Want to know the key to actually getting people to watch your videos, your lives, and your virtual talks? And the key to getting more of them to say, hey, I want to work with you? I'm going to share that right now. Hi, I'm Monica Shah from Revenue Breakthrough, and I believe that stories are the #1 way to grab people's attention, to create resonance between you and your viewers, and to get more people to say, hey, I want to work with you. Now, the most important thing that you need to know about stories is that it takes practice to be able to tell them. So, a couple pointers that I want to give you about a good story. #1, pay attention to the details. You want to paint a picture so that it is cinematic. So for example, one of my clients was doing a video on, she's an organizer, and one of the things that she helps to organize is when people's family members pass away, she comes in and does the organizing and the clearing. So she's doing a video on the fact that most people want to sort of avoid the organizing and the clearing after a family member passes away, and she was describing what that emotion feels like. So the first time she did it, she said, okay, so if I know how hard it is when someone passes away. I know when my mom passed away, I didn't want to clear any of her stuff, and it felt really hard, and I didn't want to face it. That's the first time she told the story. When I helped her with the details, this is how I helped her. I said, okay, let's try it this way. When my mom passed away, I walked into her house, and it was like everything still smelled and looked like her. I walked past her tree that she watered every day, and I pulled my camera out because I started taking pictures of all of the ways that she had set everything up in her house because I didn't want to miss it and I didn't want to forget it. I walked back to her bathroom and I sat down in the chair that she used to put her makeup on, and I opened her right-hand drawer, and there was her writing on one of the pieces of makeup that she used. And it took me a moment because I wanted to save that lid. I did. I actually took the whole bottle with me, and I opened it, and it smelled like her. And I started to put some of the makeup on, and I remembered all the hundreds of times that I'd walked into the bathroom and watched her put her makeup on. And I missed her all the more. If you're somebody that's experiencing something like this, or someone that you hold dearly has passed away, I know that the last thing you want to do is clear away their stuff, get it organized, because it feels like in getting rid of something that they owned, you're losing a part of them. But I also want to reassure you, to tell you that there's another way to make memories. There's another way to be able to hold on to the person that you hold most dear. And for many of us, that is the ability to be able to organize their stuff, to be able to sell what needs to be sold, to be able to get a house ready that needs to be sold in order to create more comfort for the people that are living right now. And I want to help you be able to do that. I want to be that person that is by your side. Now, you get the idea, right? I give you the example of the difference between story #1 with a lack of details and story #2 with really cinematic details that you can connect to and that you can see. Okay, so use of details, that's point #1. Point #2 is that when you're telling a story, one of the beautiful things that can really add to the liveliness of a story is using dialogue. Dialogue is so helpful because it really creates an engagement with your audience. So for example, if I'm telling a story to you, I could say, I was really unhappy and I kept criticizing myself. Or I could say, the voices in my head were going crazy. They were saying things like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're not good enough, who do you think you are? And do you see how the dialogue actually telling you what the voices in my head are saying is so much more interesting and evocative and like pulls you in? All right, now tip #3 is make sure that when you're telling a story, you're doing in scene and in summary. So in scene is when you go into the moment of telling something, like in the moment that it happened. And in summary is when you skip time. So for example, if I'm talking about a moment in time, for example, I'm meeting my friend for lunch, and today we had lunch and it was beautiful lunch. And we had these beautiful Rice Krispie treats with purple marshmallows in them. And it took us back to when we were 4 years old. 3 weeks ago, I had met my friend and she was really unhappy. And a year before that, she had just gotten surgery, a serious surgery on her back, right? So that's an example of in scene, I'm telling you about the lunch. In summary is a week ago or a year ago, right? Now keep in mind, I'm giving you little snippets here of stories just so you can understand it. Now, I could go on and on here, but for the sake of your time and energy, I want to invite you in to my Bold Visibility Bootcamp. It is happening October 14th, 15th, and 16th, and which is next week, and I'm so excited about it. And what it is about is it's helping you step into being boldly visible. So on day one, we're gonna dive into what are the fears, what are the blocks that are getting in your way of being consistent in your videos, in your lives, in your virtual talks, and being seen in a bigger way. On day two, we're gonna dive into step-by-step on how you do your videos. We're gonna do step-by-step on storytelling, like I got started with right now, and step-by-step on how do you actually get the equipment and the logistics to figure out how to do videos and lives consistently. And then on day three, we're gonna talk about your client attraction visibility plan. So you're gonna create a 30-day schedule so that by the time you are done with this bootcamp, you are gonna be able to use that schedule to do 30 days of videos or 60 days of videos and be off and running. I'm so excited about this program. We have over 100 people registered for the event. We only have 15 spots left. And tickets for the program are $295 on the site right now. Now, because you're taking the time to watch this video, I'm super, super excited to offer you a ticket for only $95. So all you need to do is go to boldvisibilitybootcamp.com and put in the code SAVE200, all lowercase, and you'll be able to get your ticket for just $95. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that we can be visible together because this world needs us to step out, step up, and make change. I'll see you at Bold Visibility Bootcamp.